All right, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with the second week of the second part of the Eternity of Pain. This one is anger, and this one made me very angry, so it fits. All right, we got the Broverseer for this week. That's Science Hulk guy, all right? The objectives are Metal and Hero at the same time, not or, Metal and Hero, small, and for Paragon Mystic. This one is very tough this week, both the objectives and also the fight. But yeah, basically, this guy does a lot of damage to you. There's encroaching stun. There's power alternator. He keeps using his special attacks and he keeps going stun immune. And then he keeps auto blocking you and stunning you. And he's tough, man. He's tough. So let's jump right into it today. We got 10 options for possible solos. Champions I definitely think could get the solo, or I have seen get the solo, gotten the solo with myself, or heard of many other people doing it, okay? So, first things first, I want to give an honorable mention to Guillotine. OG Guillotine fits all three objectives. She did not make the list for me. I tried it a few times. I did not like her for the fight, so I do not think that she's a great option. But if you want to knock all three out in the same, fight, get through it and like a couple revives, just knock all three objectives out. Guillotine is small, she's mystic, and she's metal and a hero. So she's the only champion who fits them all, along with Jane Foster. But I mean, same thing, man. If you want to use 10 revives and get it done with Jane Foster, be my guest. But I don't recommend you do that, but you can, okay? So up first for number 10, I have two champions here because I couldn't decide between which one I wanted to put on. My list, my rules, number 10 has two champs, Ghost and Domino. They're both very good for it. Ghost requires a very high level of ghosting. So if you aren't a ghoster, I wouldn't recommend you use Ghost for it, but if you are a pro Ghost user, she could definitely get through it. Definitely has the potential for a solo there. Same thing for Domino. Domino just shuts a lot of things off often, Also, her medium attack is really, really solid for not getting stunned by his auto block, which is really, really helpful here, So it kind of makes it so you really have to watch out for encroaching stun. But Ghost, if you're a Ghost user, then you'll know what to do. If you're a high-level Ghost user, if not, then I wouldn't recommend learning for just this fight. I do recommend learning, but not just for this fight. You know what I mean? But yeah. Up next, we got Tigra, man. This is a very hard Tigra fight, and the same thing with Ghost, man, where she is not like an amazing option for the fight in general, just because there's so much going on. And because of the special concussions, when you use your your special 2 and you keep going in and out and you keep getting that unblockable buff, the special concussion is going to cause that unblockable buff to fail. And unless you get perfect RNG, you're going to be taking a lot of retaliation damage because the Overseer's SIG ability looks like this. If an opponent ability fails due to his personal immunity or reduced ability accuracy, they take a burst of blah 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 physical damage, and the Overseer gains a gamma power. So that does a lot of damage to you, man. Also, he has a node where if you parry him, you try to nullify one of his buffs, and also one of your buffs gets nullified off of you. So he's immune to that. So every time you parry him, you take a lot of damage. This is a very punishing fight in general, man. So just keep that in mind. Up next, we have somebody who turns a lot of that off, Falcon. I went into my 5-star rank 3 Falcon. He did okay, got him down to about like 82%. So if you have a 6-star rank 3 Falcon, man, he's probably going to be able to get through this fight pretty well. Definitely has the potential for a solo. At most, I'd say 1 or 2 revives, because there still is going to be an RNG aspect to it. So just, like I said, there's so much going on in this fight, so don't be too frustrated if you can't get a solo on this guy. But yeah, Falcon, definitely a decent option. Really great option as well, Jabari Panther. She has the cleanse on hit, so she kind of ignores the auto block. Also, you can go in when encroaching stun's about to happen, and you can pretty much cleanse it, which is great, So Jabari, great option, man. She gains also her hunt charges when you parry and then hit above, because you can gain up to 6 naturally from cleansing debuffs, right? Which is really great. And then you have to parry, hit 4 times. If you time it properly, where you parry, hit, gain the 10th, go into the hunt, use the special 2, you're going to do some big damage, really hit into him, stack all the bleeds, go for a heavy attack, double the bleeds, going to do a lot of damage. Jabari, really solid for it. Up next, a really amazing option for this fight was actually Rogue. I went at my 6-star rank 1 Rogue, and she was absolutely smashing it, man. Pretty much completely immune to encroaching stun. I run high level limber. Keep that in mind. I'm not sure if at like no limber, 1 out of 5 limber, if that's like that. But yeah, with limber, man, I'd imagine at 3 and above at least, you pretty much ignore encroaching stun entirely, which is really, really cool. Also, his auto block as well. So it pretty much turns into like a vanilla fight that you can just kind of fight like normally, which is really, really cool. Bait out his special attacks. That's going to be really, really solid, man. Your special 2 hits really hard, steals some power as well. Really, really good stuff with Rogue. I wish mine was ranked up. Up next, we have Cosmic Ghost Rider, but specifically with boosts, with Cosmic Boosts. Pretty much a brainless fight with Cosmic Boost, dude. You go in with a 200% boost, you use the special 2, you use another special 2, you use another special 2, you'll probably be at a special 3, and you just kill him in like 10 seconds. So yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider without boost is fine, but like with boosts, he makes the list easily, man. It's like if you just want the objective, you don't care about the 7,000, 10,000 loyalty, whatever it is it costs for the Cosmic Boost, toss it on. CGR is going to be like an easy peasy time. Up next with no boost, Kitty Pryde. I hit the wrong button. Kitty Pryde. I mean, Kitty's broken, man. You know, she goes stun immune when she's phasing, so you can, you won't get hit by his auto block, right, on the, after his specials. Also encroaching stun if you time it properly. Also, with Rich Get Richer is a node that he has. If he gets to a special 3, you can just phase it and not take the damage, right? And also, like I said, you take the retaliation damage when you parry him, when he's above 1 or 2 bars of power. You can phase in and parry, and you won't take the damage. So Kitty Pryde, definitely good for the fight. Up next, we have, hold on, a mistake. Hitmonkey was supposed to be back here. I like all of these above him, but Hitmonkey definitely does the job as well. Yeah, so Hitmonkey, he has ways to avoid a lot of his stuff, but there definitely is some RNG and AI cooperation involved, but he has a lot of damage, right? Hitmonkey is able to go in, do a lot of damage, and get out. He can also shrug debuffs off right away, so there is passive heal block, but you are going to be able to shrug off the suicide masteries too, so more damage is going to be able to get through this fight faster. Definitely making Hitmonkey a very, very solid option. He also fits the small objective because he's just a tiny little monkey. All right, up next we have my personal favorite option, which is going to be Odin. Odin, amazing for this fight. He's got the True Strike on the special 1, mega damage on the special 2, buffs for Rich Get Richer. Pretty much got everything that he needs. He has big reach on the heavy attack to counter both of his special attacks, also his heavy attack as well. He's also extremely, extremely tanky. So Odin was who I got my solo with on stream. That's the only solo I've gotten so far. I pretty much got a solo with Hercules too. Got him down to like 5% health. Hercules obviously broken, doesn't fit the objectives though. But yeah, Odin, really amazing for it. But the #1 spot has to go to a sigged up Angela because she fits both the small and the metal hero objectives, but she does need to be a decently high sig. Looking at a Sig 200 Angela, you're only going to need 3 buffs to completely ignore the auto block ability accuracy, which is really huge. Sig 100, you're going to need about 4, just about 5 with some RNG, right? And if you drop down to like Sig 20, then it's just 15% auto block ability accuracy per buff, which is like, you know, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. You're going to need 7 buffs. So a Sig 20 Angela is not going to be the best for it, but if you have a higher Sig Angela, man, she's going to be really, really solid for it. She fits both the small objective and the metal and hero objective. So if you aren't Paragon and you have a high Sig Angela, even a 5-star will do. She's going to be really, really solid for the fight. Yeah, this is pretty much top 10 list, man. I think I want to switch Rogue and CGR real quick. Let's go like this because Rogue, really good, doesn't need any boosts, underrated champion, doesn't get a lot of love. CGR gets a lot of love. So yeah, this is who I would say would be top 10. There's really 11 champs here. You know, special shout out to Jane Foster and Guillotine fitting all 3. I just don't think they're amazing for the fight. Of course, keep in mind, Hercules nukes this guy just like he nuked Hercules last week. So when we have the Eternity of Pain boss rush in a few weeks, Hercules is going to be able to do at least 2 out of 4 of them, making him an easy roster spot for you. Of course, you know, also Nick Fury is really good here. I'm not sure how Nick Fury was last week, but just keep that in mind when there's not going to be really too many objectives going forward. Maybe you have to do like 1 per each class again. So Nick Fury really good, Hercules really good. Just keep it all in mind. This week was definitely hard. Do not be frustrated if you have to use revives on this or any other piece of content. They are made to be used. They're not made to expire. There's obviously going to be a lot of videos online of people soloing. I'm probably going to post my solos online, but don't look at those solos from people soloing with Tigra and all those other champions and get discouraged because you can't do it, because I can promise you for every solo that's uploaded, there's about 30 that weren't solos. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, don't get too frustrated with this one, but that's gonna be it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Let me know what you think about Broverseer and Eternity of Pain in the comment section below. Let me know who you use for this week, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, man. I'll be seeing you around.